Do it.
Oh, yes. Some more extra creamer.
Oh, I do. I'm the creamer guy.
I'm good. I do.
That didn't sound good.
Oh. Yeah, you love the cream.
I'm telling you, right? Oh,
hey. What's the cream all up and around here, April? All up around this area. Just
after it's in my coffee cup, you know?
Eavesdropping. That's why my friend said all that. It was on purpose. We're not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, of course not.
I mean, it's fine if that's who you are.
Absolutely.
I mean, I have many gay friends.
My father's gay.
That's what she's known.
Yeah, okay. Well, shout out to everybody who's tuning in tonight. It's another episode of WafflN OUT. It's Wednesday night, Waffle House. Thank you for our #1 sponsor.
Yes, Waffle House, our #1 sponsor. Let me see the piece of paper over there.
Oh, the magic.
Oh, yeah, I gotta keep notes. Holy shit.
Damn!
Did y'all want some ketchup? Oh, there's ketchup hot sauce, but do y'all want some jelly?
See, no, this isn't city ham. This is like the super salty ham. No, who?
No,
how am I more
the country ham is that big ass ham that has a little bone on it.
That's the one that you want?
Nah, this is the salty one right here.
Look, that's that big ass salty motherfucker. Look.
I take it back, my bad.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
My bad. Usually city ham is, at least that I have.
Anyway, shout out to everybody watching us tonight. It's Wednesday night. Welcome back to WafflN OUT.
Bullshit.
We got April working behind the scenes tonight. Shout out to April. See, shout out.
Waffle in, waffle out, talking real life shit in Waffle House.
Still not for sure.
$1 million.
Some city ham.
Some shit.
City
Let's
ham.
go get it.
Some city ham.
I can make that shit work.
I'm still up for sure. This
500,000. I can make that shit happen.
We'll see. We're still up for sure. This is city ham.
Well, we're about to find out.
Tonight on WafflN OUT, we are talking about.
Anyways, let's start the night off somewhat happy. I want to talk about. We're gonna talk about Mark Salling later.
Okay.
Not yet.
I remember that
we
guy.
both went to high school with Mark
did.
Salling. And let's start.
We'll talk about that later.
Pirates of the Caribbean came out in 2003. God damn, that was a '90s movie, bro.
What was that? Captain Jack Sparrow?
Captain Jack Sparrow. You got Johnny Depp. You got who is? There's nobody more not '90s than Johnny Depp. I mean, that's Mr. '90s right there. Johnny Depp.
We'll find out.
Orlando Bloom, Lord of the Rings, and then Keira Knightley. That's pretty fucking '90s right there. I don't know why I got nothing, but I decided to watch Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one. I'm like, while I'm watching, I'm like, this is a pretty good, decent play. If they
You're having a little pirate kick or what?
You know, I watched the first one. I'm like, it's pretty good, decent. Like, I remember, like, back in the day, I was like, this is why this was good and why, like, then they took a little far by having, like, 15 of them. But maybe 15 was a little bit much. And you're talking to you, my yolk is just training up in a little piece of egg over here. But anyway, it was a pretty good little flick. Like, I mean, I definitely, like, I probably haven't watched the Pirates of the Caribbean movie since the last one came out. And, like, the last one was, like, almost like I had to watch it because I felt like since I had a daughter, I felt like I watched every fucking other Pirates of the Caribbean. I thought it was more spread out, but it was all pretty concise. Like the more like the whole Captain Jack Sparrow. Like I remember there was the main bad guy and he died in the first movie. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was all kind of spread out. And like maybe he came back a couple movies later. No, he was back like in the second movie. Like at the end of it, like, hey, Captain Jack Sparrow, I'm back. I'm like, oh shit, I thought this was more like. It wasn't really a tight reveal at that point. But, I mean, CGI. Oh, and it had a guy from the UK office in it. Like the skinny, the Dwight of the UK office was in it. It wasn't the American Dwight, but whoever, I forget what his name was in that thing, but whoever he was also in it. Pretty good little flick. Pretty decent little flick.
All right.
Wu Tang came out. The final episode of their TV show on Hulu.
I went and bought me an outfit today that costed a lot of money today. You know what I mean? Because I figured that Wu Tang was going to win. I don't know how y'all see it, but when it comes to the children, Wu Tang is for the children. We teach the children. You know what I mean? Puffy is good, but Wu Tang is the best. Okay? I want y'all to know that this is ODB and I love you all. Peace.
What really interested me was I was supposed to go to Wu Tang and Rage Against the Machine show Dallas, but their last show was whatever the show before us was. So I got to see Rage Against the Machine and the Roots, which really don't. I mean, the Roots. I mean, they were more of a thought. I mean, it was okay, but and just seeing it today, I'm probably the closest I'm gonna gotten because I mean, in the show right before the Dallas show, we got every member of the Wu at least showed up, but that was the show where they showed up 10 minutes before 11 o'clock, and curfew was 11 o'clock, so the show had to be shut down by then. And they were all out there, and they got shut down like after they got like 1 or 2 songs done.
That's nuts.
So, and I mean, Wu Tang never really showed up for any of those shows, but I mean, Wu Tang and Rage Against the Machine, that's a pretty fucking 90s show. That's some fucking bucket list. If I would have saw like that was the last time that they were all on stage together at the same time. The ODB wasn't dead yet. Damn, that would have been some bucket list shit, bro.
Yeah.
Raekwon and Chef was like, all these white motherfuckers out there. Like, these aren't our people. These aren't our people. And then Raekwon's like driving a golf cart around the venue. And nobody's seen ODB since the tour started. And then Raekwon's driving by this van, and he peeks in it, and he drives by me. He's like, hold on. And he backs up. He's like, yo. And it's ODB. In some kid's van. And Raekwon's like, and ODB was like, yo, dude, this shit the other night was dope, man. And he's like, dude, you been here? He's like, yeah, we've been following the tour. We've been following y'all for like the last 3 shows. It's like, you're supposed to be on the venue, man. It's like, yeah, man, but these kids, man, we were watching y'all. And Raekwon's like, you been hanging out with these kids? Like, yeah, man, you don't know, the weed is good with these white kids. And they love us, man. It was just cool. Raekwon, like, coming over and, like, because they were all bitching about being on the Rage Against the Machine tour and all these little white kids following them around and shit like that. But, they, like, him just, like, it just clicking on them, like, how big of fans they were and shit. Like, it was pretty cool. But they couldn't make it to Dallas, so, you know, they ran in. Marcus went to the show with me. You know Marcus. He went to the, because I had nobody else to go with me. I was like, Marcus, you want to go with me? Like, the Wu Tang's supposed to be. I remember we found out the Wu Tang wasn't going to be there, like, when we were there. So I don't even think we knew yet. So, like, yeah, we didn't find out they were picked on the tour till, like, after the show at MTV, like, the next day or some shit. That's how close I was to seeing all that shit. Like, this far away, like, close enough to fucking spit at it. Yeah, dude. Fucking bucket list, motherfuckers. Bucket list.
Definitely bucket list.
So let's bring it down just a little bit. Let's talk about Mr. Mark Salling.
Did you know about the dark past and death of the actor who played Puck in Glee? Mark Salling was an American actor and musician who shot to fame for his role in Glee in 2009.
Real quick, I don't know. I mean, from what he went down at some point. He was. I don't think he was a proven Smedophile yet. No, I think he did plead guilty to some. I'm not for sure. All I know
all I know is that's not the Mark I grew up with. The Mark that I grew up with was totally different dude.
Yeah, but you gotta think, you got Children of the Corn, like, come out in, like, 6th grade. You know, Children of the Corn he did in, like, 6th grade or, like, the summer of 6th grade, 7th grade. He thought he was gonna become, like, the next Macaulay Culkin. He thought he was gonna be something really fucking huge. And he didn't get the next big thing. Like, the next thing he got was, like, Walker, Texas Ranger. Which, it was around the day, but like, yo, dog, Walker, Texas Ranger is the shit, dude.
That was,
the fact that you got to hang out with Chuck Norris at all, I am envious of you. But the next big thing was Glee. Glee was Inside and Out. Done. And this is nothing but the YouTube thing that I watched. Alright, the whole reason I stumbled upon this stupid shit is, like, I turned on Hulu one day and it was like Glee 3D and Mark Salling's picture in the background because he was Puck. And so I clicked on the thing and you see him, like, dancing around. And I'm sorry, dude, when he did become Puck, like, we were like 28. Like, so I remember seeing him like, this motherfucker's old as shit playing Glee. Like, how old? Like, he doesn't look that much younger than I look.
You look like the Crypt Keeper.
So I watched him for a minute and he sang he had his little guitar going. His little solo was Fat Bottom Girls. He sang Fat Bottom Girls with his little guitar. And then
he also did Sweet Caroline.
Yeah. But then all the little white kids, they were rapping Empire State of Mind. Yeah. And he was, but they all had like, they put on their thickest black voice, like, to go on. And like, Mark sounds like, yo, Empire State of Mind. I'm like, yo, Mark, come on, bro. It's like when mom gets a Mexican accent, like when she says like quesadilla or some shit. Like you just hear her that.
Or guacamole.
Yeah, no, she gets a Spanish accent because she studied Spanish in high school for so long. So she's always, when she says a Spanish word or something that's supposed to be Spanish, she says it with an accent. Yeah. As I just said, quesadilla. I didn't say, hey, let's get a quesadilla. I said quesadilla. It doesn't sound Mexican, but it sure as fuck doesn't sound that. There's no accent to it.
Yeah.
So I told him, like, why can't you just say quesadilla? Just say quesadilla. Just say. I think she says like this guy I knew from New York, he used to say, because you know taquito at Whataburger. He's like, you want to go to some taquitos? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Some taquitos? Like, what we get all the time, taquitos. You mean taquito, dude? He's like, no, taquitos. I'm like, no, you Eastern motherfucker. No, it's taquito. Hey, bro. Taquito. And
now back to
Played Puck Ingley. What?
Like Lutheran Junior High and shit like that. I was like, hold up. He's like, no, he went to Lake Highlands Elementary and Lake Highlands High School and Lake Highlands Junior High, at least. I know that part, because then I went super stoner and didn't go to class anymore after. Like, I didn't see him. He was like my locker partner in 7th grade, and I never saw that dude again, like, ever until I saw him on Glee. So I don't know what the fuck, because we just didn't run in the same crowds. Like, unless he was, like, at a party, like, trying to get some weed or something. I didn't see this guy. I don't know. And maybe he was, but I still didn't like, hey, you want some weed, dog? Here you go. I don't give a fuck. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
And you're too pretty. You're just trying to take fucking women away from me. Like, I can't keep a pretty dude around, especially back then. It was a picture of him. Like, we probably went to school, but I'm like, I paused the YouTube, and I'm sitting like, do I recognize any of these? Right here, on this side. I was like, oh, shit. Because I went to school with her, like, all my...
now, so she has a different name, so...
Well, I know, I know that
we'll just leave it like that.
If they watch this, then okay. If anybody wants to give us grief, then thank you for watching me. I'm sorry, but thank you. Like, I'd rather. Like, I hope they do.
Thanks for the likes.
Oh, you remember Alice?
Yeah. I
saw her at lunch the other week. Soko, right around the corner in Lake Highlands. Mm-hmm. And this is a bad thing. I'm sitting there. We sit down. The girl takes her order. She walks up. She's like, hey.
Are you Bob's product?
And she doesn't. She looks like, once you see her, she looks the same, but she does not look the same. And I was like, yeah. She's like, did you go to the Highlander? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, talk for a second. Then she starts walking. I was like, wait. Should I take offense that I still look the same? Because I feel like I look much different than I did back then. I didn't really recognize you, so you could come leaps and bounds further than we were. So it took a little bit of offense to the chick that I knew, because again, I don't remember her. Because I went to Lake Highlands Junior High. She probably went back to like Forest Meadow or something, and then came back to the high school. Did she go to Lake Highlands Junior High? Oh, she did? Man, I was so stoned, dude. I was such a stoner. I kind of remember her in junior high. I kind of remember, but then again, I started like smoking weed and going and helping teachers.
I think she actually ran for like student.
Oh shit, you're right. You were right, dude. I remember that. Now I remember that. It's amazing. You know what? Because she brought up the high school reunion that we had at wherever that. Yeah, she was like, we had a high school reunion just like a year ago. I was like, yeah, I know, I was there. She said, you were there? I was like, yeah, I was there. I was hanging out the outside though. Like, I didn't really, like, I came in a couple of times and, like, took the picture and stuff, but I didn't really hang out in, like, depths with everybody, you know? And I just saw, like, Mark Stallion, like, that day, like, on their shit, and I was like, I didn't bring it up.
Do I bring this up now?
I should have. I should be like, hey, I'm going to do a podcast about Mark Stallion. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Allison.
That's crazy.
But, yeah, they all seem to be doing really well. They all seem to be doing. Hi, Lake Highland. No, I'm joking. I'll be sure to tag them in this talk. But, you know, we talk about weird fan theories, and I don't know if it's a fan theory, but there's this weird theory about the Teletubbies. This was the Teletubbies are based off of 4 kids from a mental institution. Guess how they came up with the Teletubbies? Because the only thing these 4 kids had to like give them any solace at all were these little TVs, and they found out their TVs were going to be taken away from them. So they thought of an idea to hide the TVs. Guess where they thought to hide the TVs? Where were the Teletubbies TVs at? Right here in their bellies. So the kids had the ideas of cutting themselves open and putting the TVs inside them. And they were found the next day, all like with their blood and guts everywhere, and like the TVs and the thing. Which now that I think about it, like how the hell did that happen? But they were like, again, they're claiming mental.
Oh my goodness,
mentally, it's right. Doesn't that just ruin it all for you when you think of like, ah. Hey, can I get a smoke to go box, April? Thank you so much. Thank you.
Anything else you want to talk about in our episode before we sign off tonight?
I don't think so. Wu Tang is for the children.
Y'all till next week.
And Wu Tang forever.
We'll see you next time, folks.
Waffle in, Waffle out, talking real life shit in Waffle House.
Here, do it. Do it. Come on, sweetie, do it.